اوه صبح صبح، السلام عليكم. كيف حال الاخوة كلهم؟ الله يعطيكم العافية واتمنى لكم صيام مقبول وافطار شهي. واليوم نحن في الجزء الثاني من تعديل الشلبي. عندي في مشاكل المراوح، الهيت اكسشينجر، وعندنا في الوايرنج في الكهرباء والواتر بامب. ففكينا هذول كلهم زي ما وريناكم. الهيت اكسشينجر طبعا بعد الصبغ خلصناه، ارويكم اياه. هذا المساحة فاضية حاليا، السيارة مفككة. اليوم يوم التجميع وانتهينا من الوايرنج. بخليك بعدين كريسبي يشرح لكم فبجيكم. فهذا الهيت اكسشينجر بعد الصبغ. بعد التعديل والصبغ وبعد ما حلينا مشكلة اللحام، سوينا الكور نفسه يعني تعدل طبعا ولحموه، والفنز الكور يعني كبرنا عرضه. فخل عشان يلا فرصة ما دام في ليك خلينا نسوي نعدله اكثر يعني. فكريس الحين بيخبرنا طبعا. هو مشغول هنا. خلي يجي يشرح لكم بخصوص الهيت اكسشينجر، هو اللي صبغه. وعندنا شوية مشكلة في الفانز صار. Chris, good morning.
Good morning. How are we doing today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How's everything?
Explaining some of the stuff we've done so far?
Yes, the wiring and then the heat exchanger. Explain them how they did and how you upgraded and what the problem.
I can explain some of the wiring that we did.
Yeah.
Before the way they had the pump, they wired it completely separate into its own relay. So what we ended up doing was finding the factory wire for the pump. Ended up splicing in our own power wire to it.
Oh yeah.
I created this pigtail. I can also add some pictures in on the video. I created this pigtail that's going to plug into the pump, get its power from the factory computer, and then be grounded back to the engine, back to the whole chassis harness.
Nice.
And then this gets plugged right back into the factory harness of the car. From here, we ended up rewiring the heat exchanger fans as well. If you follow me below here, I ended up cleaning both of these, redoing all the wires. We rerouted it into a better clean position.
I see.
I eliminated all the bundle of wires that we had here, rerouted them underneath the factory box. You can see the two positives here.
I will bring them from there.
From underneath. I rerouted it nice and clean, no sharp edges or anything like that. We also grounded it to the factory ground the way they recommended it from the factory. Also try to hide it really nice and neat, hide the wire with the factory so that you don't see much of it. And it just makes it for a cleaner install, makes it look a little bit more factory. And
nice.
Yeah, that's about all we got so far.
And also COT did so nice.
So we ended up touching up the Shelby.
And then how they make, I mean, the cores, I mean, bigger now.
Yeah. So we ended up going with a full-size recore. That's basically what we ended up having to do from the cracks that we had here.
Yeah.
It wasn't really worth it for us to try to weld it in the top corners. It would basically restrict a lot of the flow. So what we ended up doing was finding a wider core. I believe it was 44.
Yeah, 44 mm.
Yeah. Originally, I believe it was 35. So we ended up getting another full row of core.
And the problem we had here,
so
after they make it bigger.
So we had an issue with, as you can see, they re-welded it. And the new core, it wasn't the best, but we're going to make do with what we have.
They make this going up, so when we put the fan, there will be a gap here, so we will do something here.
We'll find some washers, make sure that's secured properly. We also did end up finding a new replacement fan.
Yes, because
we checked the direction. The old fan, as you guys remember, I can show some pictures as well, was pretty much junk. The fan ended up walking, so we replaced it with a newer unit. And we'll test this all before we ended up putting it all back in the vehicle.
Nice. And then we will show you after we finish everything and then put them back how how everything will look like, even the heat exchanger, especially from the bumper. I'm excited to see this.
It'll be nice.
Here we go. Hey everybody. الحين احنا خلصنا الشغل. الحمد لله كل شيء تمام بالركب بالتفاصيل. خير انت كريس. So we did finish والله الحمد لله, and the wiring you cannot see any mess here, and water pump is good, clean, everything is clean. And as you can hold it, you can
So as you can see, we moved a lot of the wires that were relocated here. Moved them from that location to the two relays here. Goes up. And the Shelby fan. Wiring.
Yeah. And the water, how? See how?
Yeah, look at the difference in the flow. Once we opened up a lot of the hose.
Oh, now it's showing. Now it's showing. See how it's moving. It's getting milky because of the air for the water flow. Oh yeah. All clean, all good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I just put it all back together.
Yeah. And look at that. So beautiful. We faced some problems when we did rebuild it because of the sizes, the brackets gets different, so we face some issues, but alhamdulillah it works now. فالشغل مشى الحمد لله.